There is a power within you that no one has told you how to use. A power that bends reality to your focus, your belief, your assumption. Most people spend their entire lives chasing love, hoping, waiting, wondering if the person they desire will ever feel the same. But today, something different is happening. You've stumbled upon this moment, not by accident, but because you are ready. Ready to realize that what you seek is already yours. You don't need to beg, chase, or plead. All you need is a shift, a knowing. And in just 5 minutes, the person you like will be drawn to you as if the universe itself rearranged the stars to bring them into your orbit. Why 5 minutes? Because reality doesn't operate on time. It operates on vibration, on belief, on what you accept as true now. And if you can assume fully and completely that they are already thinking of you, already moving towards you, already feeling that magnetic pull, then 5 minutes is more than enough. In fact, it could happen in less. Close your eyes for a second, feel it. That warm energy expanding in your chest, that flutter of certainty. Not hope, not wish, certainty. Imagine them smiling at their phone, pulling it out, their fingers moving across the screen as they type your name. Imagine them feeling a sudden urge to see you, to talk to you, to connect. Because you've entered their thoughts, not randomly but deliberately. You've called them in, not with words, but with energy. That's the language of the universe. That's the true communication. You see, what people call manifestation is really just alignment. It's when your inner world becomes so clear, so dominant, so real to you, that the outer world has no choice but to mirror it. And right now, if you dare to believe, if you dare to feel the wish fulfilled, they will come to you. The universe doesn't delay when you're in harmony with what you want. Think back to moments when someone suddenly popped into your mind and then minutes later they called. Or someone you hadn't seen in years suddenly showed up in your feed, your messages, your life. That wasn't coincidence, that was energy. And that same energy is working for you right now. So let's lock it in. Say this within yourself. They want me. They are thinking of me. They are coming to me now, not later, not someday, now. Let your body feel what it would feel like if you got that call, that text, that message. Let your smile rise, let your heart skip. Let the moment be real, right here, right now. You are magnetic, you are powerful, you are the creator of this moment. In the next 5 minutes, do not doubt, do not check. Just be the version of you who knows it's already done. Be the version who walks in certainty. Be the version who receives. Because when you live from the state of already mine, the world rearranges itself around you. That person, the one you like, the one you've been thinking of, the one your heart knows so well, they are on their way, and the clock has already started ticking. The season is now beginning to take place. Your energy is magnetic. That's not just a metaphor. It's a fundamental truth of how reality responds to consciousness. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, and every belief you hold generates a specific frequency, a vibration that ripples outward into the unseen fabric of reality. You are constantly transmitting energy. And this energy is either attracting or repelling the things and people you desire. When you're emotionally in tune with what you want, truly aligned with it, you become like a magnet. You draw to yourself experiences, opportunities, and most importantly, people that match the frequency of your dominant inner state. You've likely experienced this before without realizing it. Think about moments when you were feeling confident, joyful, at peace. How easily people were drawn to you. Conversations flowed, smiles were exchanged, synchronicities appeared. There wasn't a coincidence, there was energetic magnetism in motion. Most people go about life unaware of the power they emit. They chase after things, they long, they wish, but underneath that desire is often a sense of lack, a belief that what they want is far away. This emotional state doesn't attract the object of desire, it attracts more of the same: longing, waiting, distance. Because you cannot attract love while resonating in the vibration of absence. You must feel the presence of what you desire within you first, and then your energy will start to pull it into your reality effortlessly. This is especially true in matters of the heart. When you deeply desire someone, when your heart aches for their attention, their presence, their affection, but your inner dialogue is filled with doubt, insecurity, or fear of rejection, you unconsciously push them away. Why? Because your energy is not magnetic in that moment, it's resistant. The more you chase, the more they pull away. But the moment you shift your inner state, the moment you drop the neediness and instead embody the feeling of already having them, already being chosen, already being loved, everything changes. Your energy changes. And they feel it, even if they don't consciously know why. Energy doesn't lie. You can say the right words, send the perfect message, act cool on the outside, but if your internal state is one of desperation or fear, that's what others pick up on. Humans are energetic beings first and foremost. We feel each other, we resonate with each other, often without ever speaking a word. This is why you sometimes think of someone right before they text you. Or you feel a strange pull to call someone you haven't talked to in years. Energy precedes action, always. So how do you become magnetic to the person you like? You stop chasing and start embodying. You stop hoping and start knowing. You tune your emotional state to the version of you who already has what they want. You walk around with the quiet confidence that you are loved, chosen, admired. Not because of arrogance, but because you understand that your inner world is the blueprint for your outer experiences. This kind of energy is irresistible. When you believe you are enough, when you radiate self-love and emotional wholeness, you emit a frequency that naturally pulls others toward you, not through force, not through manipulation, but through pure attraction. You become the embodiment of what others desire. You become a safe place, a warm presence, a confident vibration that others want to be near. The person you like, they feel this shift too. Whether they're physically near you or far away, your energy reaches them. Thoughts are not confined to the brain. Emotions are not locked in your chest. They are energy waves moving across time and space. And when your emotional signal changes from lack to fulfillment, from doubt to knowing, from hoping to having, they begin to feel you in a new way. Suddenly they're thinking about you. They're wondering why you're on their mind. They feel drawn to you. And they don't even realize that it's because your energy is calling them. It's not magic, it's alignment. It's not luck, it's law. When you are emotionally in tune with the reality you desire, everything in the universe begins to respond accordingly. You become a living embodiment of your chosen reality. And in that state, you don't have to convince anyone to love you, text you, see you, or choose you. They will want to. They will feel it. They will be pulled by the same energetic thread you've been consciously weaving. You are not powerless in love. You are not at the mercy of chance or fate. You are the creator of your experience, and your energy is your greatest tool. If you want someone to come closer, you must first come into alignment with the version of yourself who is already loved, already chosen, already receiving. Then you'll no longer wonder if they'll reach out. You'll simply smile, breathe, and know it's only a matter of time, maybe even 5 minutes. Certainty is the foundation of manifestation. It is the bridge between the invisible desire and the visible outcome. When you shift from hoping something will happen to knowing that it is happening, right now, you activate a completely different frequency within yourself. And it's that frequency, that inner conviction, that creates the external result. Hoping keeps your desire at a distance. Certainty brings it into your now. Most people spend their lives hoping for things, hoping for love, hoping for a message, hoping for someone to like them back. But hope, as comforting as it may seem on the surface, is rooted in doubt. It's the emotional state of, I want it, but I'm not sure I can have it. It's passive. It lacks power. It places the outcome outside of you, depending on external forces, waiting for something or someone to decide your worth or your future. But manifestation doesn't work that way. The universe doesn't respond to indecision or hesitation. It responds to clarity, confidence, and belief. When you make a decision internally that this is mine, not will be, not might be, but already is, you ignite a power within you that collapses time and resistance. Certainty is a command. It tells the universe, I've chosen, I've claimed, I've become, and reality obeys. Think about the energy behind these two phrases. I hope they call me versus I know they're thinking about me and reaching out. One is filled with doubt, anxiety, waiting. The other is calm, grounded, assured. And that assurance, that calm expectation is what draws things to you like a magnet. When you're certain, your actions, your thoughts, your energy, and even your posture change. You stop checking your phone every 2 minutes. You stop wondering if you're good enough. You stop trying to figure out how or when it will happen. You already know it's done. Certainty creates peace. It silences the mental chatter. It eliminates the emotional roller coaster of highs and lows. It anchors you in the state of the wish fulfilled. When you're certain, you don't beg, chase, or doubt. You receive. You become still inside because you already possess what you desire emotionally and mentally. And that stillness is the space in which manifestation occurs. This speech doesn't ask you to beg the universe. It doesn't ask you to plead for someone to come to you. It asks you to shift into certainty, into the inner knowing that what you want is already yours. That person you like, they already feel your energy. They're already being pulled by your vibration. Your certainty becomes the tuning fork that aligns them with the reality where you two are connected, speaking, loving, laughing. This is not pretending, this is not delusion, this is creation. Everything in your external life is a reflection of your dominant inner assumptions. If you assume that you're not wanted, not chosen, not seen, life will reflect that back. But the moment you shift the assumption, when you know you are wanted, desired, cherished, the mirror must change. You've experienced this already in subtle ways. When you walked into a room feeling confident, people respond to you differently. When you know you're going to succeed, obstacles seem to fall away. This isn't coincidence, it's alignment. The outer world is shaped by the inner. The more certainty you cultivate, the faster and more effortlessly your desires show up. This is why Neville Goddard taught that the feeling of the wish fulfilled is the secret. Because when you feel it as already done, you become certain. You're not asking for something, you're living from it. You're not trying to bring it into being, you're embodying the version of yourself who already has it. And that embodiment is the creative act. So right now, let go of hope. Let go of waiting. Let go of the idea that you need to be patient or that it might take a long time. Time bends in the presence of certainty. 5 minutes is all it takes for reality to shift when you're fully aligned. Don't worry about the how. Don't try to figure out the path. Just rest in the knowing. It's already mine. The person you like, they feel it. They are moving toward you. Your belief is calling them in. Your inner world is becoming their inner pull. When you walk in certainty, you no longer chase, you attract. You no longer worry, you allow. You no longer doubt, you receive. Because the moment you know, the universe echoes back, Yes, it is done. Manifestation begins not with action but with assumption. It is not about effort or struggle. It is about what you accept as true right here and now, within the unseen realm of your consciousness. The moment you assume something is real, the moment you accept it as done in your imagination and emotions, you set into motion a powerful force that begins reshaping your external world to reflect that inner truth. Assumption is the seed, and the external world is the harvest. Most people believe they have to work hard to make things happen. They believe reality is solid, fixed, and separate from their thoughts. But what if it's the other way around? What if reality is not created from the outside in, but from the inside out? What if your beliefs, assumptions, and inner conversations are the blueprint from which your life is being built? That is the truth behind manifestation, and assumption is the tool that makes it work. To assume is to accept something is already true, regardless of what your five senses tell you. It is not wishful thinking, it is not fantasy, it is conviction. It is the bold, quiet inner declaration, this is already mine. And when you maintain that assumption, when you carry it as your dominant belief, reality bends. People respond differently. Opportunities open up. Coincidences appear. The world around you begins to reflect the inner world you've chosen to inhabit. This is how people fall in love, how they reunite after time apart, how they change jobs, attract wealth, or heal their bodies. Not because they forced things to happen, but because they assumed something new, and their consistent assumption rewrote their reality. Let's take love as an example. If you constantly assume that the person you like doesn't think about you, doesn't care, isn't interested, you will live in a reality that matches that story. You'll interpret silence as rejection. You'll notice every sign of distance. You'll reinforce the belief until it hardens into your experience. But if you shift your assumption, if you begin to tell yourself, they adore me, they can't stop thinking about me, they're on their way to me now, and you feel that is true even before it shows up, then the world must conform. That person begins to feel a pull they can't explain. You show up in their mind, they feel compelled to reach out. Because your assumption created the energetic blueprint they are now responding to. You don't need to explain how. You don't need to worry about when. Your job is to assume with feeling, with certainty, and to persist in that assumption until it becomes real. This is what Neville Goddard meant when he said, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Not wish for it, not hope for it, assume it. Live in the end, think from the desire, not of the desire. It is a subtle yet powerful shift. When you assume something is real, your thoughts change, your mood changes, your behavior changes, you begin to act like the version of you who already has it, and that state of being sends a new frequency out into the world, one that calls forth the very outcome you desire. People often say, I'll believe it when I see it, but manifestation flips that. You'll see it because you believed it. Belief comes first. Assumption comes first. Reality follows. You may wonder, but what if my assumption isn't true yet? The answer is, truth in the physical world doesn't matter. The only truth that matters is the one you hold in your imagination. If you can feel it real, it is real, and the outer world will catch up. Don't judge your assumptions by today's evidence. Judge them by your persistence. The world is always reflecting your dominant inner state, not just your passing thoughts, but your sustained belief. If you assume that things always work out for you, they will. If you assume that you're lucky, loved, supported, life will arrange itself to prove it. Your assumptions filter your perception, direct your attention, and magnetize experiences to you. They become self-fulfilling prophecies, not because of fate or luck, but because of your conscious creation. This is why you must become aware of what you assume to be true. Most people are manifesting by default, not design. They assume based on the past, they assume based on what they fear. But you can take back that power. You can choose a new assumption right now and begin living from it. Assume that the person you like is already thinking of you. Assume that you are already chosen. Assume that love comes easily. Assume that what you want is already yours. Then feel it deeply, joyfully, confidently. Let that feeling